Hello. Small sign of Christmas in the background, but it's gonna come on, guys. I'm getting the mother head on, and I'm gonna apologise because it's what I do like to apologise for my behaviour. And last week, well, not behaviour, just my frequency changes, and even like right now, I apologise. No, man, but you know, I'm just trying to say that, well, actually, this weekend, so I started off like a couple of weeks ago creating some, it's just never-endingly changing. And if you do videos of yourself, which, like, I don't know if there's lots of people that do that, it's a bit weird, but it's not weird. See, look, I just so on like a train of thought. I'm good. I'm really good. Like I could moan for England. I think it is a good sentence, moaning for England, because I think English people do know how to moan, because especially women. And I'm not being sexist, it's because we're like more run by the moon and stuff, right? So this is what happens to me quite often. I open up some space and I go like, and then I get like a reaction that I want out of the space, and then I like go like a little bit, like I'm always digging and digging, you know, like, and I change like every week to every day. Yeah. But there was a time where I wouldn't have ever filmed myself ever once, or even sang a couple of years ago. Like literally 3 or 4 years ago, I was so intense about everything. And like, I don't even like, well, I do like singing. And I like to be like irritating as well. Like one of my main characteristics can be very annoying. And I like to annoy myself. And like, you know, I like last week I was going like, this person made me feel like this. And yeah, my emotions were very intense last week. But the person I was on about, it's just me. Do you know what I mean? Like just finding reasons to moan. And I like to moan because if you're not moaning, then you're just probably dead. Okay. And like, I am very, very happy where I am. And but I just always, if you're always looking for something that's outside of yourself, which is what being alive is about, other than when you are in peace, well, you have to face the fact that everything is just always changing. And as soon as you accept one part of the self, you feel it changing again. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, I think your cells, your whole body changes, like the whole thing. It's like, it's just light and energy, and it just changes like every month or whatever. I'm not going to talk facts because I can't remember the facts, but it changes a lot. And there's nothing wrong with going back and then realising this is why I've managed to be in a relationship for over 20 years. Is because if I can reflect a lot of, and you know, but then I also get to the inner root of the fact of that I am just finding issues after issues that I've probably created myself, and I've probably been annoying, and like nobody's perfect. And especially if you're going to ride out your life with somebody, I just feel like changing my tone slightly. Hang on a minute. Let's just change the tone slightly. Ooh, no, that didn't work. No, not very graceful too, but no, like, if you're going to be with somebody for a long time, and it is natural too, you know, swans do it, lots of birds, but you're going to face that person's not going to be consistent either. And like, I was bullying people last week, really, and this person's actually done everything for my life and changed, like, of course there's good and bad, you know what I mean? And there I am, like, sucking into the void of, like, my own brain, which is, like, inevitable, obviously, because I am alive, you know, and, like, what is the option? What is the other option? Like, but what will matter is what you do on a daily level. Like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to accept that is actually part of the multi-brain that was broken apart, is that it's just never endingly separating and judging and that. And yeah, you do have to realise at points to just, like, I have, look at me, look at what I'm doing to myself. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying that there is always an amount, if you're going to try and find satisfaction in life, there is always going to be something in the way. Well, if I'm actually going to be bloody useful right now, instead of just waffling, I just fancied a waffle as soon as I said that. Right, so I went a bit more deeper into myself again after this week, after a little bit, so I did a bit of rapping. And like, I feel like if you feel like you get to a point where you realise everything is one, right, you can feel a lot all at once on a day-to-day basis. And you can't just block the energy as it's coming through. It is better. You can, but then it's going to come through eventually. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that last week I ate a double McDonald's. I did the big tasty and a Big Mac all late at night. And then that person that was annoying me last week, he annoyed me a little bit more. It wasn't very nice, and I used it as a proper excuse again, because there has been a tummy bug going around. I just stayed in bed a lot this weekend. I just like fully did, and I listened to a lot of music, and I went right into myself. Put it this way, I probably wasn't exactly the best mother in the world, but I wasn't like a bad mum. I was just a bit like in my own head, right? And I ate some shit, and I listened to music, and I did a lot of like dancing and rinsed out like, oh. And I did some like rapping, and I listened to songs from when I was a kid, and I went right in the brain, into the maze, yeah. And I felt like it's just a little bit lighter again this week. So that can be like one of the side effects of going deep within one's system through stretching, creating space. I think it's women and men. We hold like all of our stress of all of your life. We live your life in your pelvis, in your like hips and in your back or in your neck, and you take time to like realize where this is. It's all memories, and like you realize that you're just like basically probably like walking totally wrong like all the time, and like should be holding your neck like that and you're holding it like this. You know, it's a lot. We all have to start where you're at. Like some people might, that the most they can move their neck is that or something, right? So what you got to do, you can try and move your neck a bit more each day, aren't you? But as you keep moving, there are going to be more things that come in and out, depending on like if your frequency is positive and if your frequency is negative. I think you will, or you could shut yourself in a dark room and try and stay the same. I just don't think it's going to do you any good. Well, what it's going to do, it's going to like, well, it might do good in the future, but like people are going to just basically say, like, say I shut myself in my room this weekend. If I just did that like forever, I'd be, you know, I am a mum, yeah? And I am just as much, I have been probably to the fucking highest spiritual places, like, within myself in the last 10 years, at one point, to the point of, like, total 12D nutting, like, oh, yeah, to just always getting down to that very ungrateful 1D, even minus level, like, you know, like fucking destruction level sometimes, but that is actually what you're working out as a vessel of energy that is from a shared brain. Like, came to my mind yesterday that, like, I would love to have more children. I want more, well, I don't want more children, but I mean, like, the feeling of, like, having children is, you just want yourself all over the place, you know? But remember that there was one brain that wanted itself all over the place. You know, I'm just going, and that's what, but that brain is so split up now. And if you are too relaxed sometimes and you're open, you will feel a lot of, like, everything come on to you at different points of your cycles and that. So yeah, I like to be annoying, but I'm caring as well, and I like to try and take in every side. I think I've been most things I've done a complete wrong in my life. You know, I'm not a criminal, but I have dipped and dived. Like, God, I can swear for England, and like sometimes some of the things I say in reality, it's just like awful. Like some of it, I mean it, you know. And then, you know, you have to be aware of like this, what you're creating for yourself, because no one wants to just know somebody that, oh yeah, they were it's just not fancy, is it, to like just, you can't go on at people. You have to, you know, you have to be a part of everything every day. And you want to be, yeah, of course you can, you know, at times you're going to get stuck with this energy, and you could pretend it's not there until it literally festers as an illness. But yeah, but just realize, like, no, and this is like the truth. This is really true. I just have so fucking much in my life. I really do, like everything. And then the other day I'm just, at the moment, I'm trying to create problems for myself. Like, I was just saying, no, I can't afford to drive. Like, no, I don't want to drive. I can't afford to run too thick. And then people, like, again, I got beautiful family members, like, they just want me to, like, they're just helping me, you know, and I just need to, they want to give me money to get me driving now. And I got to realise that, like, I want more excuses to be in a certain frequency. When people are trying to get me out of the, oh no, I don't, you know, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Sometimes, even when you're being offered things on a lap, right? So you're a king, for example, you're a king. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to aggressively say that egg wasn't boiled right? You know, and, you know, if you were in a refugee, and you probably wouldn't moan about the egg. But then, it's just, but you see what I'm saying about the psyche? It's like wherever a brain is, it will feel probably very similar emotions. And it's like, I'm not going to fucking, because, you know, I've suffered, but I've not suffered. I don't want to suffer anymore. It's like I'm going to count something on myself. But as we all know, like, a lot of suffering can create, like, a lot of fucking inner peace, a lot of inner realizations. Sometimes I want to just say, like, arsehole things, but it's not an arsehole. I've watched programs where a YouTuber's been going around certain places in Syria, and they are a community, you know, because they feel love. And in certain places, they've just gone, like, sweets mad. They're just making donuts and fucking candy, and they are just living for that moment every day. And they have these raids going off where and a lot of them don't even go in the shelters. And it's just like, you get numbed off from wherever you are at. And you do need to just sometimes express that bad energy. Or it's not even bad, is it? It's just part of what's been and gone and what's coming, and, like, you know, and, like, so yeah, just ride it. Remember that nothing stays the same. We see that in every day. We see it all the time. And of course, at times we're going to get obsessed and emotional, but really, in the bigger picture, a lot of us have a lot of what we want. And at one point, we probably were like, we wanted to have this. And then now you moan when you're in it. And it's like, well, I just like to moan. And I think that's what people have to admit, is that part of being a human is a lot of, like, moaning. Yeah, and I did a lot of, like, not even that vocally, but, like, just a lot of, like, you know, just getting it out of the hips, and, like, and, like, just really, like, got into it, you know. I don't have to share everything, but I just went a bit deeper. But sometimes as well, if the psyche says, you're going to go down, you're going down, you can fool the psyche and just go down a little bit. But you will not be, you have to let him that. So, like, this weekend, I didn't go totally as crazy as I could, but I just, like, yeah, I'm listening, and I just sort of slightly, you know, and nothing got hurt. Funny thing, actually, the decorations are everywhere. I made my partner put the tree up on his own. I punished him. And it's like, yeah, and I could go on about anybody. It's, oh, this person's done this to me, and this person's done that to me, but And I don't want to say it because he is still really annoying me, right? Or even like down to the fact of like he put the Christmas tree up and then he's put the plugs for the electric like right in the bloody corner, so I can't even turn them on and off. The lights, yeah. But like it's like he's always just trying to burn the house down, or like carrying a lot of like pirate energy. I think he does that. Like, but we are like yin and yang, and we'll never say never, but I love him. I love him very much, and he's my other half. Fucking asshole. No, I'm joking. But like, you know, that really annoys me. I'm like, oh, just like, how am I supposed to turn the lights on and off and that? Like, it's really funny actually. Once we went to get our GCSE results together, because we went to school together, and like he was just crying his eyes out and really angry that I got more GCSEs than him, and he is really autistic and he's got Asperger's and that, and he just won't ever get over the fact that I am better at maths than him and that. But he loves me, and I influence him and he influences me, and he's so friendly with people and like old people, and he's such a good dad, and yeah, I wasn't talking about just him last week, but what I can do as well with this, I can chuck a lot of my like brain, my inner brain at this person, like continuously. And like, I expect him to deal with all my changes. Like sometimes like he's trying to put my hand on me and I'm like, you're blocking my energy. And it can be so much. And I've been going through like spiritual awakening for 20 years, really. Since I nearly gave up on my life at one point when I was young, because I was such a moody bum, a moaner. I was a moaner, and even when I was younger, I had a lot. But I was always moaning about the problems, because there were problems, but there will always be problems. And if you're denying that, right, I'm going into a moaning one, and you don't moan enough, then you'll moan for longer. That's my... There's nothing worse than when you're dragging yourself around cleaning up, right, really slowly until it hurts your head because of the moon or whatever's going on, it's thick air, to that day where you like do this and do that and like do have a rave, and then you get everything done real fast, like, you know, off the cuff. So just ride, guys. And yeah, you can't feel one without the other, and you can't be inspirational without being annoying. We could, but you know, and at the very end of the day, what matters is what you're putting into the people around you. And like, yeah, so you get some ideas and then they have a rational ending. So you're not going to do that, are you? You're not going to go and, I'm not going to go and protest naked across the street to start some sort of, you know, riot. Or, you know, I've been in Glasgow Festival this year, and I had a lot of propaganda put in my face, and I'm not going to get sucked in. It's just, yeah, just everyone's getting sucked. I've said this before, it's like it's going on again for like more than 20 minutes. So this is why I'm really, really, really annoying. Yeah, no, yeah, I am. I annoy myself. I can stand watching my video, right? Or if I sing, fucking sing, shout, whatever it is, right? I can watch it like once, and the next time, like, what the fuck was that? Like, who is that? I'm like, ugh. Like, I was like rapping to Wu-Tang, because I used to like listen to Wu-Tang when I was a kid with the boys, and it's a great group. But I just realised I got all the words. I do get all the words wrong. Anyway, I've never rapped for hours, like trying to get the words right. But at one point, I fancied myself as an MC, and I'm going right on one now, and like, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, my dad was like, he started the 90s scene of raves. He did, though. He's also a bit of a bastard as well, but he's fine. He's been through a lot. There's always layers to a cake or an onion. Garlic. It's the fucking layers, right, to everything. But yeah, so if you think I'm annoying, and like this, or, well, yeah, and I do too. And people worry, oh, I'm worried about my partner is such a little tosser sometimes. He's got a big problem with fibbing, and I think that can be a real bugger, is where he's got so many good aspects. Look at me, oh, it's a good job you don't watch my videos. You know what, look, I'm such a bitch. He hates me, see? He's a bitch too. You meet your match in life. But I tell you honestly, We're like a family of munchkins. Because we are, right? All the kids are just like, we're just munchkins, right? And I am fucking happy. So happy. Couldn't be happier. So sometimes you just got to let, you know, sorry, yeah, you don't even need to do that. You just need to fucking, but what I do need to do is get this bloody house looking Christmassy, because at the moment everything is just everywhere. Because apparently Dad said, Mum's got a better way of putting stuff. I have apparently got a very female touch to life. My daughter's off school, she's not very well, but I love you. I love life. No, I don't. No, I do. To non-duality and duality, because I can never remember which one's which, but cheers, much love, cheers and bye. Namaste, yo, 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 yo.